percentage-wise, just split it between you and John.
Yeah, because there's no one in the
Concession stand.
stand that has insurance.
Okay. All right. And the, Jeff, I'm looking at the golf cart maintenance. Was that to repair that golf cart that was hit by the car?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Federal taxes and fees. I had no other questions with regard to the budgets. Bill, Mike? Yes. Can I have, and the bond for the loan for the bunker renovation will be finished in 2 years. So we've done well with that, which will also help our credit rating. Can I have a motion to accept the financials?
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, on the minutes, Jeff, you're updating the monthly calendar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so on line 59, he chaired the local men's chapter. That's the Calusa chapter. This is about you raising the money for the...
Yes.
Okay, so that should say...
That's just Calusa, yes, Calusa GCSA.
Calusa GCSA, okay. On line 70, it's Conway, not Connolly. Jeff, I had a question about the graphics on the beverage card. Has that been done?
Not yet.
Okay.
I just talked to Mike this morning.
Okay. Anything on page 3? Four. On page 5. Jeff, just to reiterate, the water for the has all been paid. We're currently.
Yes, ma'am. We're completely current.
On line 218, it was to redo some of the landscaping, not the road. Because they will, the county has agreed to, and they did agree back in August, to help us replace the landscaping when we got to that point. And on 22, it's the village plans to have the utility box and 2 poles removed. That's all the changes I have. Does anybody else have changes? Can I have a motion to accept the minutes as amended?
That motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Okay, let's go back here. Lenore, do you have anything else for Tony?
No, that was all.
Okay. Johnson Engineering Center? Chuck, anything?
Nothing additional.
Okay. Anything from you, Chris?
A couple of things. You guys got the email about the sidewalks? I don't know if you saw that yesterday. Chuck, did you send that out? Yeah. Something about the village? Yeah, there's the sidewalks on Court Street.
Yes.
They're having some issues, but supposedly will get fixed. So.
Yes.
John, you mentioned the golf course ponds. Somebody been talking to you about that?
A gentleman came to me earlier before the meeting and asked me about like one roadside. And he said it was looking bad. And we usually trim up one roadside in 18 when we do the palms twice a year.
Yes. Oh, okay.
So he did speak to John. And was
He did speak, and I'm gonna look at it. I mean, if there's something we can do, find some time, I'll try to clean it up.
I know we've been down this road before, especially with the Washingtonians. They're ugly palms. They prune themselves. They're the ones that have the brown ones that hang down, and we could probably have a crew that just worked year-round trimming those, because once you got done, the ones you started with are already looking like
Ugly
that.
again.
That said, I just wanted to throw this out, and some of the front of the house holes, 1, 18.
Roadsides, yeah.
2 there when you make a right at the four-way street.
3, 9, 5,
that area,
yeah.
17.
15, 16.
If we could hit stuff that's at least along the road. We're talking about, this isn't common grounds. These are palm trees that are on the golf course. Of course, we're trying to save and scrimp where we can on the golf course, but at least the ones that are visible, if we could hit those,
More regularly.
Polish the shiny
just
parts.
keep that. I think that would keep people such as him. And he's got a valid point.
Yeah.
And it would also look better for the community, especially on 1 and 18.
Yeah, I'm actually hoping maybe in a year or two we get back to doing them.
No, I'm
If
with
things
you.
go good,
Right,
we're
right.
economically. And
So that's just what I'm throwing
Sure.
out there, and I don't know if we want to discuss that, or if we want to use that as, are we going to do that for sure, or just kind of leave it to your discretion right now, and maybe in future budgets, we say, all right, let's bump it up a little bit because we want to keep these particular areas cleaner looking.
Yeah, let's work on it and clean those up, where, the ones that everybody sees all the time, and then we'll budget for it in the next budget process.
That's,
Okay, we did receive one email from a resident that Chris and I responded to with regard to, and again, we reiterated this at the meeting today, there are certain information with regard to the purchase that cannot be made public, and, we will share with you whatever and everything we can legally. I don't look good in orange, so I'm not sharing stuff that they don't want to share. So that's kind of where we are at that. So please know that we are diligently reviewing everything to make sure that it's the right thing for the community. Anybody else? Okay, can I have a motion to adjourn?
make that motion.
All in favor? Oh, I need a second.
Second.
All in favor?
All right.
Opposed? Thank you very much. The next meeting is February 22nd at 9 a.m., same place.